My beautiful Aquarian soul family, Aqua gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please come through, okay? Give us additionally what we need to know in regards to the energy showing up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The messages are general, guys, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. Use your intuition and your own discernment to guide you towards the messages that are here for you today, and leave the rest for whoever it might be for, as we are here as a collective, babe, okay? What's up? What's good with it? What it do? Every time I do a reading, I always feel like I'm congregating with some of my besties. Okay, please take a moment and click the like button, guys. All right, click that subscribe button. We would love to have you become a part of the family. Let's go ahead and make it official. I like exclusivity, so do that, smash that, bop that, heat that, heaty. Click the notification bell as well, so you can be notified when I upload on the channel. So, very interesting. I feel as though if this is your message, you should definitely be prepared for a lot of movement here within the coming weeks. For some of you, this is more than one person. Okay, I get at least one person, but it could be 1 to 2 different people. That to me signifies learning the same lesson. You may have gone through the same thing, 2 different people, but the same kind of situation, and that was a karmic lesson that you needed to learn. You have learned that lesson. This does look like these are people who are coming back full grown. However long it's been since the disconnect, I do feel like whoever this person is, they're definitely coming in with a story. Now, whether this story is true or not is something that we will have to unpack, but there's definitely something that they are coming to fruition about, okay? I feel like they are coming to terms with it, in fact. Getting more clarity, gaining more clarity about life in general. I feel like time is now catching up with this person. For a great majority of you, like before, during the pre-meditation, what I heard was, we're not getting any younger, you know, we might as well do this. Okay, so Jagged Edge lyric, that is definitely from the song Let's Get Married. Now, I'm not saying that this person is coming in with some kind of proposal, even though for some of you that might feel like to them what they need to do in order to show you that they're serious. Especially since you're not so easily attainable. You're not easy to gain attention from now. You have grown up. So there's something here where I feel like maybe you tolerated this person. Now follow me, okay? Only take what resonates, don't force shit to fit. I feel like the way that this has gone down, the only reason why this person ever had access to you to begin with was because of where you were in your life at that time. So you did tolerate a little bit more, and that could have been because of your own subconscious beliefs about what you felt like you deserved based on what you had already acquired, okay? When it comes to Aquarian energy, we can be some of our toughest critics, right? We can be one of our biggest cheerleaders, but sometimes we have a hard time resonating in our goals, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm getting the sentiment that for some of you here, there's this idea of having big goals, right? Big ideas. Definitely being inventive and creative and ambitious, right? Very ambitious. Lots of goals. But it's like when you meet those goals, there's never a moment where you sit in that space and recognize what you've done. Is sort of like this energy of on to the next, or what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Very different for what I normally hear in a love reading, but I do feel like you may, in some instances, correlate your value based on your performance in life, right? Quote unquote. So that could be your own standards, or it could be societal standards that are pressuring you to make you feel like, damn, I should have been married by now. I should have had a kid. I should have this kind of job, right? I should have had my degree by now. I should have had a house by now, or this kind of car, right? Like these standards that people suggest are normal, or the thing that would be needed in order for you to advocate for what you feel like you are worth. A price tag, pretty much. I don't get, so for a great majority of you, you may still resonate in that on a subconscious level, but I do feel like most of that has kind of been removed from you. It's a very toxic way to kind of view yourself, because then that will have you in situations dealing with shit that is beneath you, quite literally. It doesn't matter how far you have gotten in life or what societal norms you have accomplished, what people deem to be accomplishments. If it was a goal and you accomplished that shit, then you motherfucking did that shit. Hello? And just all goals aside, right? Just the fact that you are you, right? So there's sort of this karmic lesson that you're needing to not place your value on what you have, what you don't have, what you've done, what you haven't done, right? The mistakes that you've made. None of that correlates to your actual value, and none of that should be why you would subject yourself to this bullshit. Okay, I'm just gonna say that, right? Now, let's get off of you and get back on this person. There is this idea that you have glowed up, right? Like you've grown. You're definitely not the same caliber of person. They are going to either feel that energetically, or if you encounter this person, which I don't see that happening for a while, for a great majority of you, at least a couple of weeks here. It's like when they see you, when they talk to you, you are a different person, okay? You're grown as fuck. You're a grown-ass man, right? Like you're a grown-ass woman. And even if it hasn't been that long, I feel like energetically you have just leveled up so much. You don't need validation from other people, from a relationship, from nobody to signify what it is that you deem to be necessary in order to have your time, your access, your energy, right? Like you get to place the value on that shit. You also get to place the rules and the standards and the regulations that it requires to gain that kind of access. Okay. So there is a sense of empowerment that this person is definitely going to feel from you. And they're also going to feel this idea that, you're not with the shit. You ain't for none of that shit. So if they're coming in lying, right? If they're coming in playing the blame game, if they're coming in playing the victim, if they're coming in on some bullshit, if they're coming in trying to trigger you or hit below the belt, like this person is definitely weary of who you are now and how you have leveled up mentally. This is a mental game, guys, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, so I do feel like it goes from not being worried to being slightly worried to being very worried. And for a lot of you, I feel like this person's kind of, I'll call it anxiety. It is a little bit of anxiety, right? About how you're moving forward, how you are moving around in life right now it doesn't seem to be aligned with how they have been moving. They may feel a little bit further behind you, right? But they are at this place in their life now where, like I said, they feel like time is catching up to them. I do feel like that. Maybe they have a group of friends that are all getting married. Maybe everybody is busy now because they're booed up. Nobody is outside like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is hoeing around like they used to. So this person has definitely had some kind of epiphany, some kind of aha moment. It could have been a nightmare, some kind of dream. Maybe it was brought to their attention by one of their friends. Like, damn, when you're going to like settle down, sit the fuck down. Like, when are you going to make some things shake? And here's the kicker. Here's the real gag, y'all. I feel like no matter how much this person played in your face, right, and refused to grow, refused to evolve, refused to, mature and stuff, I feel like they always had in their mind you as the end goal, right? Like, so it's definitely given. Now I'm hearing like a Jay-Z lyric. I was just fucking them girls. I was going to get right back, right? Like I was just fucking around. I was just fucking those dudes. I was going to get right back. Like, playtime was outside, right? Now that they are getting older, okay? Now that they want to attain more because shit, let's be honest, right? Two definitely helps better than one. This is the type of person who I feel as though because they didn't put a lot of effort into themselves, they're not as ambitious as you. They're not so much of a go-getter. So somebody who definitely wants a softer kind of lifestyle. They haven't acquired much by themselves, so they would require partnership for some of the things that they want to attain if they want to get it anytime soon. And I do mean like materialistic things such as a home or just having a certain lifestyle, right? Having passive income or being able to live and not just work to pay bills type shit. So I definitely want to keep my good eye on that because what? Be careful, y'all. And that's with anybody, not just this person, everyone, okay? Because I do feel like you have, I think you need to give yourself credit for how far you've come, okay? You're a lot more ambitious than your group of friends, and also more than the people that you have dated. For some of you, you went through a period of isolation. Maybe you went into hiding, or you just started moving in silence, and you have been glowing up silently. Now, keep in mind that tarot is fluid, guys, right? So this could be definitely something that is unfolding now. For some things, you might not even know what I'm talking about, but it will unfold within the coming weeks. Like I said, days, months, or up to a year. My readings are like between 6 months to a year. So keep that in mind, right? It's important to really tap into your intuition in order to piece the puzzle together, in reference to the things that you feel, the intuitive nudge that maybe that is something that you have already been working on, right? Maybe you already have things set in place, but also on the same token, don't force shit to fit, okay? So there are multiple people who are definitely going to be kicking themselves, right, for the way that they showed up in the relationship with you, because it does appear that some people might be coming back towards you because they need you. Okay, it's not necessarily that they are now so heavily in love with you. It's not so much so that, you know, you're the love of their life. It's definitely this idea of being a constant, being someone who is responsible, possibly being like the go-to in your family and your friend group and in the relationships that you have had, right? It's your turn to not be worried, right? Like, so I feel like you are going through this period of glowing up, yes, and also recognizing your strength, your power. I feel like Spirit is setting it up for you to be able to see why certain connections would not have worked, because those people were not interested in further movement. Further movement, okay, forward movement, in growth. They weren't interested in doing better. They weren't interested in having more. They were very much so content with where they were. And even though you are nice, right? I'll just say that, okay? Nice, too nice sometimes. There would have been a disruption in where you were trying to go, because you would have had to carry these people. They weren't interested in doing the work, guys, okay? Yeah, I think I saw that earlier. These are people who were not interested in doing the work. And I do see somebody who has played. They have played a lot. They're not as fine as they used to be, okay? Can I just keep it a buck? There needs to be more value than in your looks, okay, ma'am, sir, breasts. Maybe when you were a teenager, the things that you acquired were impressive, but now not so much, especially since you've been sitting on your ass. You have not done anything to further those accomplishments, right? So that also gives me the idea that you were very different characteristic wise, you and this person or these people, because these are people who were able to acquire the bare minimum, probably very young. And this is why people would have deemed them to be like an eligible bachelor, an eligible bachelorette, the go-to, the guy, the girl that everyone wants, because they were able to accomplish certain things very young. Therefore, they were able to play around. They didn't really have to take love seriously. They didn't have to really take relationships seriously. Now, I say it that way for this person in particular, because the way that you want to live your life, the way that you don't want to do anything, right? The way that you kind of just go about doing the very bare minimum in all areas of your life, you would have required partnership in order to sustain that lifestyle. Now, that ass ain't looking as good as it used to. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? You placed all your value on superficial things, okay? That could be the way your body looks. That could be the way, you know, you present yourself. That, like I said, it could be just the way that you look. Maybe you're fine. It's something very shallow, guys, that this person would have been attracting lots of bees to their honey. I feel like it's drying up. There's some kind of drought going on in that area of their life. This could also explain the epiphany that they're having. Now, the Panic at the Disco arrives when they can't find you. There's some kind of blockage here, you guys, okay? I was trying to kind of unpack it in the premeditation and understand what they were saying, they wouldn't really tell me anything further than a blockage. So for me, that means it could be different for all of you. This could be literally you changed your number. Your number might be different. It could have been years since you've heard from this person. You possibly haven't even thought about them since the disconnect. For others of you, maybe you're just blocking them energetically yourself, so you are not talking to them. So it's either a number change, you've blocked them, their number, or blocked them on all socials, some kind of blockage. There could also be an energetic block, right? Where this person is just holding themselves back because they can feel that you're a different person, or they feel like you are different than what you used to be. Because keep in mind, this is somebody who thought, okay, I'm going to go and be able to just play around. You know what I'm saying? Get my ego fed, sold my wild oats, right? Run up a bag, have a couple sugar daddies, you know what I'm saying? People willing to pay my bills, people willing to, you know, bust it open for a fraction of the price. And then when I'm done, when it's all said and done, then I will come back to Aquarius. So, granted, you had to learn certain lessons about how you valued yourself and the things that you accepted. This person was only able to do that because of the value that you kind of placed on yourself based on what you had not accomplished in your life, or what you were still trying to accomplish, or maybe some things that happened prior. I'm hearing like a very specific storyline. It's not for all of you. It's just one example. Sort of this idea of like having a child out of wedlock or something, or being a single mom, not having like, or being a single parent. It could be a dad as well, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Having a kid and not really having a whole lot of time, and feeling like that means that you can't really require a whole lot because you're not able to provide a whole lot, or because there's some shame attached to whatever decisions you made before you met these people. Hopefully that is something that you have already unpacked, because that's bullshit, right? That's BS, guys. Easier said than done. Okay. I am not downplaying your traumas, right? Your shadows, the things that you are still working through. Of course not. That takes time, right? It actually takes effort and work to work through those things and be able to see it from a different perspective so that you can show up better for yourself. But I feel like this person took full advantage of that. Like, that worked beautiful for their benefit, to their benefit. It worked beautifully for what they were trying to accomplish for themselves at that time. And now I feel like this person can either feel that you are energetically moving up, elevating, okay, going to the next cycle, moving forward. Yeah, there's definitely this sort of upgrade energy is what I'm hearing. So you could have potentially been upgraded recently, or you're getting ready to. This is somebody who is attached to your energy, so they can either feel it or they see it with their own eyes. If you're posting on socials, whatnot. This is somebody who's always believed in your potential. They just wanted you to go do it, right? They didn't want to shoot in the gym with you. They didn't want to work through this shit with you. They always knew that you would make it, is what I'm hearing. I don't like that. Can I be honest? I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, they were always going to come back looking for you. They always knew that you were going to make it. They always knew that whatever you said that you were going to do, you were going to accomplish that. You were going to do it. Even if they never told you, even if they told you that you wouldn't be able to do it. They always knew it. They kind of made a mental note to circle back around when it's done. Never any doubt in their mind. Even if you doubted yourself, they never doubted it. They didn't. So then this makes a lot of sense in that aspect then to me. Within your growth, within your ability to own your value, own your worth, and not basing it off of outside things. Your worth doesn't come from anything exterior wise. Just being here, bitch. Just breathing. Do you understand me? Just living and existing. You get to decide what the price is for people to be able to inhale your air. And that's not me tooting your horn, y'all. It's not. That is for everyone. That is for all of us living this human experience, right? That is for everybody. Can no one person tell the other person what they price should and should not be? You can either afford it or you can't, bitch. And if you can't, then you get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings. Just keep it moving. There should never be no telling me what you think I should be asking for, what you think I should be requiring, what you think I should be, you know, desiring. None of that. None of that. I get to ask for whatever the fuck I want to ask for just because I'm me. Hello? So anyway, okay, I'm going to get to preaching in a minute here. Circling back around was always a part of the plan because they always knew that you were going to be able to pull off those things. They already saw your ambition. They saw the fire in your eyes. They saw your drive. They saw you accomplish certain things. So they already knew, period, right? Did they want to be around as you were doing the actual work? No. No. No, they didn't, okay? It was inconvenient. It was a disturbance, right? Like, go do it and then come back sort of thing. And then the plan, I feel, was to come back around, find you, find where you've been, okay? Pop back up in your life and then give you, you know, what they feel the price tag is based on what you have accomplished. It could be this person this entire time who has this idea about value on a person based on what they have, what they've done, what they're doing, you know, that sort of thing. But in order for you to attract them, you would have also had to believe in that at that time. And I feel like when this person is coming back around, you don't believe in that anymore. Like, you don't need their permission to validate what you know to be true about what you deserve, about what you want. So yes, there's a deep regret, but I feel like the remorse is more stemming from them letting you walk away when you thought the way that you did before. Because they're dealing with a whole different monster now. Okay. You can either afford it or you can't, ma'am, sir, breasted. Like, why are you here? Exactly. So here's the thing. You could have been really young when you were dealing with this person. This person could have definitely played on your immaturity, like your naivety. Okay. There's definitely a level of immaturity that we all have because life experience is what is required in order for you to mature. And if you're young, you're still trying to figure life out. You're still trying to figure yourself out, right? You could have been dealing with this person when you were still a teenager or right at the time that you were just moving out into your first place. A lot of firsts with this person. So they definitely only saw just the beginning, you know. Communication problems. They are going to deem this as problematic because now you are smarter. Okay, you're wiser. You're more confident in yourself, in your accomplishments, in who you are. Even the things that you have not attained yet, you are very confident in doing that because of the life experiences that you have had, right? There's this peace. There's not a whole lot of worry. This worried in the reverse, along with the grow up card, for me signifies this person recognizing you becoming a woman. Okay, you becoming a man, right? Like maturing, and also having a sense of confidence in just you as a person, your personality. Like the older you get, the more you don't give a fuck type shit is what I feel. They never suspected to come back to this version of you. Oh, yeah, this is in the reverse. They tried to get me to not see it. You little slick motherfucker. You ain't slick, bitch. Nope, you're not tripping. I take advantage of your love for me. And you did love this person, you guys, okay? In fact, I feel like for a great majority of you, you still have love for this person. I don't get you being in love with them, but you still have love for this person. It's not like you have any ill will towards them, you know? No ill intention towards them. You don't wish any bad on them. There's a sense of indifference here, you know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, we both know what happened type of shit. And we both know what's not going to happen again. Like we both know what's not happening here. Yeah, I feel like at one point in time, this person would have had you very open. Okay, can we just call it a thing? This is their energy. That's not me saying it. That's what they said. I don't get that they were afraid of intimacy. I get that they felt like they had enough time. This is the type of person who would use their age. Like, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had some bad influences, right? A bad friend group. You are who you hang with, right? So it's like, we're young. You know what I'm saying? We hot girls. We hot boys. We don't need to be out here wifing people up, getting wiped up. Like, let's live our life, live and let live, okay? Forever young. Listen, young at heart, babe. I'm talking to your person now, okay? Yes, that's a beautiful thing. But that doesn't mean to lack maturity, okay? And I do feel like you fumbled here. I do. I feel like this is going to hit you pretty hard, this one. Because there's not a sense of animosity coming from Aquarius. You guys will not have... There are no feelings. There's also... because of whatever upgrades you had since this person, there's this idea that, I mean, they're not as cute as they used to be, you know? You're seeing the same thing that everybody else is seeing. Their looks are not getting it for them anymore. You know, they're aging. We all age naturally. This is why it's important to know your value based on internal things, not external things. And it's also important to not have others base your value off of things that are ever changing, right? So I do feel like this is a role reversal type of read. I do. This person is thinking that if they just placed the effort in when you were younger, you know what I'm saying? When you were still naive, when the both of you were still young and much more impressionable, then they would have had the ability to eat at your table with you. Then they would have had the ability to sustain a dwindling lifestyle, okay? You can't be a player forever because there are new players coming in. You see what I'm saying? The cycle always changes. There's been a new draft, bitch. Okay, we got new starting lineups. You can't be a player forever. It's always some new ones. It's always some new girls. It's always some new guys. Like it switches. You know what I'm saying? And then you're not the bottom bitch no more. You know what I'm saying? You're not the hottest on the field anymore. See, I also feel like their inability to want to mature, this person got stuck in a phase of their life, not understanding that would not last forever. You're going to have to grow up at some point in time. I feel like they wanted to stay forever young, right? Like, so this would be the type of people who, when you went to high school with them, they peaked in high school. They were the most popular. They, you know, had all the fans in school, right? Like everybody knew their name, and they were the quarterback, the jock, the head cheerleader or whatever. Just very, very popular in school. Everybody has known them. That for them was their peak. They didn't want to let that go. They kept trying to hold on to it instead of evolving, instead of growing. And you see them, you know, 10 years after graduation in the Walmart, still wearing the same shit, still talking the same way. Still, it's like, bro, are you okay? Are you quite all right? When you gonna get you your big girl, your big boy job? Like, what are we doing here? They're stuck. It's a time capsule. They are stuck in a time capsule. The same is to be said for this person. That might not be their example necessarily, but whatever this phase is in their life, it does feel like when they were a bit younger, or maybe you met them as an older person who acts young. Like, it's just, you need to grow the fuck up already. And now they have no choice but to come to terms with the fact that they're not the youngest player on the field. There's another draft happening, right? Like, they're not pulling people the same way that they were. They're not pulling the same type. They're not pulling the same caliber. They're not pulling the same bad bitches that they used to, or the same dudes that they used to. They're just no longer in the run. It's dwindling, okay? It's a drought. It's literally what I heard. So it does appear to be grasping for straws here. And I do feel like you were their the plan. You were the plan B. You know what I mean? Ciao. I can't. I cannot. I just feel like because they refused to grow, evolve, their brain cells didn't do that either. Okay, everybody took the motherfucking day off. You like the day, bitch. Everybody took the last decade off. Their brain, their body, their ego, their, you know, it's a time capsule. It never moved. This might be a big turn off to you. And that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for this person, because I do feel like at one point in time they were, you know, they made your mouth water. A whole snake. Very open. You may have been very open for this person. Yeah, I'm hearing like naive, green. Which is understandable. You were young. So it's dumb for them to think that you were going to stay forever young or young-minded or naive or the same way you were before. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't get you being that way now. I get you running in the opposite direction. Literally. I get you running for the motherfucking hills. You might almost be disgusted. You might almost want to throw up in your mouth, honestly. Like, what is this? They're like, I was always going to come back. We have a contract, right? Like, we're soulmates. You're like, I'm not even motherfucking attracted to you, bitch. They're like, but we're soulmates. We're the perfect match, right? So they were always planning to come back. And this person may have even tried to like stay in your life slightly, like keep in touch type of thing, you know, say hey every once in a while, especially if you did not end in bad blood, right? Like if things didn't end on bad terms, then they kind of popped in every now and again, right? Just to see how you're doing, see what you're up to, just to kind of keep their presence known in your life, because they always intended to come back. This shit is blowing the fuck up in their face, bitch. You have been liberated from whatever held you to this person in the past. It's no longer there. You don't think that way anymore. You're not even attracted to their type anymore, which is quite stupid. Stupidity. I'm sorry. Y'all know, any chance I get, call these motherfuckers dumb, because please, like, what are you even talking about right now? Yeah, I feel like they tried to hold on to some kind of friendship. That's what I was trying to say, right? Sort of like a platonic friendship. Not for all of you, but for some of you. Yeah, I feel like the pressure is rising in this person's land, in their life, okay? Things are dwindling on their end. In their mind, there is nothing to be worried about initially, because they had a plan. You know what I'm saying? They have a plan. So you might start to see the communication ramp up with this person. It's going to feel very odd, very weird, especially if the two of you have, like I said, maintained some kind of, you know, very platonic, very short-term friendship. It's not anything deep. It's just small talk every couple years or so, you know, every couple months. It's going to feel like, why are you all of a sudden doing the most? Like asking me, why are you acting like that? What? A date? What you mean? What you mean a date? It's not until you start questioning them and why they're acting, you know, so hell-bent on being more intentional and putting in more effort. Like, why are you texting me every day all of a sudden? What, you ain't got nothing to do? Sorry. Right? Like, what's up? Oh, all your bitches must have ran out. Okay. Alexa, can we please play Boys to Men Well? Water runs dry. Let's not wait till the well run dry, bitch. What are you texting me every day for? What do you want? What the fuck do you want? That is when the panic sets in. You're not open. No, you're not like jumping at the bit to go on a date with them. You might actually reject this date, in fact. Does that mean that they're going to stop? No, you were the only plan. They're not going to stop. Shit might get real weird. Yeah. Now all of a sudden they're talking nasty to you. You know what I'm saying? They're saying certain things and it's kind of cringy. It really is, you guys. Depending on how long the separation has been going on, which really doesn't matter. It's just the separation in general and just how you have evolved in general, right? You're not the same person. It might get a little bit weird. Very weird, guys. Cringe, weird, annoying. What an interesting reading. This motherfucker will be kicking themselves. They're kicking themselves. They will be. They will. Look at this shit. It's like they don't believe it, right? Like they don't believe you. You know what I mean? You might quite literally have to really break this person down. Like break it down to them plain, which will be brutal. This will feel very brutal for somebody who was always able to get who they want, you know? Somebody who never really have been in a position to want someone that they were unable to have. All right. So let's hop over to the extended, okay? I have to see. Listen, we're going to see where this is all heading, okay? I definitely want to know this person's purest feelings and intentions for this resurgence. I kind of have an idea. I don't see any sentiments of love. Do you see any cards that suggest love? Somebody who's like, oh, you're my soulmate? No, I see perfect match. I do see soul contract here, but I don't see like soulmate. I don't see somebody like expressing their undying love for you. I just don't see that. I don't. It's quite arrogant, actually, a bit entitled, the way that they're just popping back, the way that they're popping in this way. Okay, because even if you, like I said, have been in slight communication with this person, it has been very surface level, platonic, very a friendship, nothing more. Now all of a sudden they talking dirty, they talking about the times that y'all used to have, you know what I'm saying? They sending dick pics and shit, or asking you to send them some titty pics or some shit like that. And it's just like, ew, what? They're giving me the ick. Let's see if there are any regrets beyond what we have seen so far, okay? Which is, you have changed. You don't think the same way. You don't see them the same way. You're not sprung on them anymore. You are not hell-bent over this anymore. You see life differently. You see yourself potentially differently, right? And what you're attracted to, your type has changed severely, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. This is a danger zone for you. I just don't see it ending good. I'm just gonna be honest. But you want me to ask, so I will. Okay, they want me to ask, I will. They like, just tell them, Empress. Just tell them what I'm sorry about. Okay, fine. I will. Let's also see then. Okay, since we do that one silent for you, we're going to do a silent for me, okay? Let's see what karma you still have showing up, bitch, because please, on all of this, you have not grown. There's no way. Like, growth must happen. You don't get to just stay this way. Forever young is not a thing, bitch. It's a song. It's not a thing. So I want to know the details of that shit, okay? What it's actually involving. What your karmic cycle must involve in order for you to evolve. That is requirement. Okay. We'll see their next steps so that you can be fully prepared. I will also look to see what changes they have already made. Okay, that will signify if this is older energy and there has been transformation prior to them coming in, even though I don't see that. Right? I'll double check. I will double check. We'll look at the best possible outcome, period. I listen. And then we'll get on to something new. Okay, we will look at the best possible outcome for this thing. For those of you who just absolutely need to know, right? Like, what would I be involving myself in? What would I be setting myself up for involving myself with this person? Is there longevity here? Is there even a potential for this to thrive? I will look, you know what I'm saying? And see what the best possible outcome is. Then we need to look at the blockages, okay? Prior to moving into anything new, I definitely want to know what blockages might have you in a position to be attracting anything that is not in alignment with where you want to be. Because why? Why? And how do we remove those blockages with the quickness, like ASAP? Okay? I also want to know what spirit suggestion is for you to realign yourself with optimism in life, right? In life, in love, in growth. What do you need to do energetically? That way you know that you're also in alignment with the law of attraction to call in the things that your heart desires, right? The things that actually align with you. This is all about alignment. Then we're going to get into new love. Okay. What is the new beautiful energy coming in? Only good, only new. What are they like, right? How will they more than likely approach you? What will be the attraction between the two of you? What will be the details in what attracts the two of you to one another? Okay. We will also look to see why they're single. So you can prepare yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just in case they try to hide some shit. If there are any deal breakers or warnings you need to know about, we will also look into that. I definitely want to know what the chemistry is like. Okay. Out that bedroom, okay, both. Let's see what it's like. How popping is the chemistry? And I will also pull the potential for union with the new thing, okay? We're going to put some time frames. So when will this older energy more than likely come back? When will you meet the new person? And when will your next long-term committed relationship more than likely be? We'll then get some focus advice, okay, on how you can manifest the life of abundance and fulfillment that your heart so desires in the least amount of time. So without further ado, click the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. Let's go, y'all.